Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Back to Basics Gaming. We are playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. And with me, I have Katykins.
Hi.
And we're just going to get right into it. Well, no, not immediately. First off, I just want to say, yeah, I played these on the DS, so I might remember a few things. But it's been a really long time. I got them like when they were brand new. I don't even own them anymore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Long story as to why I don't own them anymore, but it's awesome that it's on PS4, and I'm ready just to kind of, dig on in. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I know I played the first one, but I don't remember too much when it comes to, like, the clues and all that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think I remember how they end,
right.
somewhat, but...
Okay. All right, so yeah, so this is the trilogy. This is pretty much based off of the first 3 games, and then they branched out with Miles Edgeworth, and
That's
then they did Apollo Justice as well.
What was that one for the 3DS? Because I liked that one.
I think that's the 4th installment.
Yeah.
Which, yes, I do have. And I think there's the 4th installment, and then there's Phoenix Wright with Professor Layton as well, which is like the little cross-up.
Oh, that's
that they
right.
did.
Oh, I never finished playing that one. I mean,
me
that
neither.
One was
I know.
good,
I really need to. I just haven't been in the handheld gaming in a while. But all right. So, anyways, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Let's go. You know
the butts.
That's the butts. So the first turnabouts.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it has 4 trials, maybe 5. Oh, we already got a trophy. I don't know. Is this game rated M? I know the others were.
Yeah, I think it all depends on what it came down to with the cutscenes.
Well, yeah, pretty violent
Pretty graphic.
opening.
Yeah, see, when it comes to reading the dialogue, though.
I gotta find someone to pin this on. Oh, wait, no. Is that who I'm... No, that's the wrong voice. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. He's gonna have the same voice as his attorney. Similar voice. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous.
No. Right?
Hello, Mia. Oh, hi, Chief.
Whoa, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed.
So am I.
Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this.
So his first case is a murder trial?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
pretty good. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want him to help. Wait, what? I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything. It's all over.
The butts?
I think it's the butts.
Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die.
It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death?
God, he lost his girlfriend?
The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
I remember that line.
In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Yeah, so they redid everything. And
Yeah, they did.
So pretty. Alright, so I was gonna... Oh, okay. Yeah. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, that's right, he's so far behind the years.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Is it not? Sorry about that. Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's the Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait, uh-oh. No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name.
Oh, the victim? Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please, I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Cinderblock. So, Cindy?
Here we go, yeah.
Cindy Stone. And she's got like triangle bangs and like curl hair.
So it was
it's Cindy Stone. No, it's
Cinderblock. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
blunt trauma.
She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well done. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Dun 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 dun. Right? Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call for its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand.
Oh.
Chief, What do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything. Unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Mr. Bunch, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Oh, damn.
Hey,
look at that face.
Watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Bunch, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men.
Damn.
She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Bunch, what do you think of her now?
Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I?
Yep.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you, or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill! She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
And that's his objection?
Uh-huh.
Icky.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying.
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Bunch is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
He like his rosy cheeks and his little eyelashes.
Uh-huh. Love him. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawhit to the stand.
It's the murderer!
Mr. Sawhit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes.
That's a good voice.
Mr. Sawhit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your apartment at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Salwett used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Oh, they're playing right now.
Okay, electricity in the stone building was up from noon to 6 p.m.
I already found a discrepancy in the testimony,
right.
So I can bring that up in a sec.
Alright, well, let me try.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is it your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Open the court record with the R1 button, then point out the contradictions in the testimony.
Alright, so this is just basically on repeat here.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to just keep moving, because I'm pretty sure I know where to go here.
Did you see it or no?
What's this? This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in the statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Actually,
that's
though,
your HP bar up there.
Actually, though, it does, because it says that it's from noon to 6, and he said 1 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You got excited.
I did. I already messed
Say
up.
it. Oh,
Oh, shit.
that's okay.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Alright, let's see.
I mean, you can technically press to get hints.
More, yeah.
But I mean, I can tell you what it is if you want me to, or
No, I wanna try again.
okay. Just pretty much what helps with this is just reading through it and seeing, like, when you read one thing, if it matches up with another. And sometimes it's really like just like, God, why didn't I see that? Because I've had that happen before too.
Alright, well, this doesn't seem suspicious.
No.
That seems like it's nothing as well. But let me press. Half open, you say? Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. I see, and what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Can I look at my stuff? Let's see.
Yeah, you can look at it.
Alright, well, the time of death says 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so that would already contradict the last thing that he said.
So you could technically use it on the first thing that you did. But I found something else, though.
But couldn't I use that here?
You could use it there.
Alright, well, let's try that.
Yeah. I was thinking of another one.
Time of death, 4 to 5. Here we go. Right here, this.
Yeah, use it.
There we go. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Okay, I got this one. I got this.
Know it.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. Alright, I got this one.
Let's see here. Oh.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Blackout record.
Now, see, in the other one, I didn't even think about the autopsy report. I was gonna be just like, he said that he never went into the apartment, but he said he used the phone in there.
Right.
You know? But that was something small compared to what you found, so...
Here we go.
Yeah. It's a blackout.
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That... Oh, wait. Sorry. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Alright, let's see what we got here. I want to look at my stuff.
You'll know it right away when you see it.
Can I not look at it? Okay, that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see any display of time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no display of time there. So there's no display. Should that be it? I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
pretty
think
much
so,
got to
right?
call him
Yeah.
out on it because he says he thinks it's a clock or whatever was a murder weapon, but clearly it wasn't.
Right,
Or if that thing is a clock, how would he know that?
right.
So you gotta find the
Yeah.
thing to present it to.
It's like I know what to do, but I just don't know on which one. I'm gonna say this.
I would say that one. Just try that one.
Just try it.
Mhm.
Okay.
You still have HP up there.
How would he know that it's a clock?
Yeah. That's the thing, is I can't remember if it is a clock or not.
A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, so present the...
So this.
I would just present it for that, yeah.
Here we go. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sowit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yeah.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her.
Damn.
You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
What, try sounding the clock? Yeah. Ask the neighbors.
I was gonna say, what about the batteries?
I don't know what to choose for this one.
I definitely don't think it's a middle. If he clunked her in the head, the batteries might have actually fell out. I don't know.
Well, try sounding the clock would be if it's turned sideways.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's sound the clock. Now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. That certainly is a strange way to announce a time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. I'm sorry. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sawit.
Sawit? It's Sawit.
Sawit?
Sawit.
Sawit.
Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Wait. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words, let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Alright. Well, I still contest that it's because he hit her with the fucking thing.
No.
Oh, no? It's because of... Is it a plug-in? It's not a plug-in, right?
Mm-mm. Now look at the autopsy. Alright. And then look at the passport.
Oh, the day before. Day set 7:30, the day before the murder. Apparently arrived home.
Mm-hmm.
Is 7:31.
Because that's the only piece of evidence you haven't used yet. And that would explain why there's a time
Right.
difference.
Right. Yeah, 7:30.
Which means that she
7:31.
took it with her.
Right. You're right, you're so smart, Mia.
That's why I'm chief.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Gross.
Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality. But, this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts. Throwing confetti in courtrooms.
They should do that.
They should do that.
Did they do that in the movie when we watched it?
No, I have no idea.
That movie's alright.
And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
God.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick? Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, never mind. Katykins is not here, so... Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really... Get down, you stupid cat. Get out. Get down, Guau.
He wants to be a part of the...
Come here. Okay. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take the... You just take evidence?
I know, right?
Like, isn't that supposed to be, like,
Yeah.
forever, you know,
Yeah, it filed.
filed away?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Okay, there we go. That's...
Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't they make you want to just cry? Larry.
Are you so sure?
Squeeze me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah. You don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Well, obviously it's not an autopsy report.
No, not at all.
Not that, right?
It just sucks because the only thing I can think of is the frickin' thinker the clock.
Right, yeah.
Because she had it.
Because she took it with her.
Yeah.
So that must mean something, right?
Yeah.
If she took it with her.
Take that!
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Harry? His name Larry?
Yeah, but she doesn't care about him enough to know his name.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, part at least.
Harry Butts.
Yeah, Harry Butts, yeah.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Hello.
Yeah. Chief, I didn't know he felt that way.
Yeah. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Yeah, look at that guy.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I think I remember... Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Alright, well, anyways, that's the first turnabout, the first case.
Uh-huh.
Pretty easy peasy.
It's kind of neat about these games is the first case is your tutorial, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But, I mean, there's enough bulk in there
Yeah.
to where it doesn't seem like it's just, like, holding your hand.
Mm-hmm. But, alright, so we're gonna just try and keep these in, these streams just in,
the episode,
yeah,
the cases.
The episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know some cases are obviously gonna run longer, but there's, like, intermissions between them, so we'll probably, like, divide them up or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But we'll just leave this one as is. So, yeah, I guess that's it for now. This is the first one, so... Alright, well, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for helping us get back to the basics. Katykins, thanks for hanging out and voicing Mia and helping me out at the end there.
Yeah, you had a lot more voice work than I did, of course, but let's see if I can kind of do the same when we get more of the female characters.
It's going to be a lot
I'll
of
try.
recycled voices for me.
Yeah.
But, alright, so anyways, yeah, we will see you next round.
And see ya, thank you.